Right. So next is about how the content has been arranged in the KYP. We have an executive summary, an industry overview, the company strategy, very important, right? Then the financial analysis, the key issues, and the operations overview. So this is the content of our Know Your Pre-Scene, of our KYP, the summarized pre-scene document. So we are Trax Europe. We know that we are a wholly owned subsidiary of Agri. Agri is our parent company, the company which was incorporated first, and then we are a fully owned subsidiary. So we operate in a European country. TLAN, $T is our currency. We manufacture tractors for agricultural purposes. Agricultural purposes. So remember, we serve a particular segment of the market. What is that segment? Only agricultural purposes. Then you need to ask the question, are there other segments where tractors are used? Yes, of course. Right? From from the landscaping side, parts of it. Right? Your grass cutters. Right? There are massive, right? Tractors with sophisticated features which are used for those aspects as well. But we serve only the agricultural segment, which I believe is the considerably larger portion of that tractor market, right? So we have our own production facility, which is very good, meaning we will have end-to-end control. We will produce and we will sell. We will have end-to-end control. And we are a B2B business. Now, what do we mean by a B2B business? Do we sell to the final customer? No, we don't. Right? So we at Trax Europe, if we reach the final customer directly, this becomes a B2C channel. But how are we reaching the final customer? If you read through the pre-scene, you will understand. Right? We operate through a network of dealers, and it is the dealers who sell the end customer. Right? So we therefore are focused on this segment, B2B segment. Right? We are here. We are here. We are in the B2B segment, not in the B2C segment still. We don't reach a customer directly. We have a field sales team who will work with our dealers, who the dealers in turn will reach the final customer. So we are a B2B business, right? This is our sales channel. This is our distribution model. This is our sales channel. Or in other words, this is our distribution model. Distribution model, right? Okay. So that's a quick summary on the company. So that's our company name. Our location is in North America. The origin of the company Agri, even though we operate in Europe, right? So it is a leading global manufacturer, seller of a range of agricultural equipment. So the parent company, which is Agri, they don't sell only tractors, right? They sell other tools, agricultural tools, harvesters, trailers, plows. So just, do some research on this. Go to YouTube, right? So I would say, I always tell this, make yourselves immersed in the industry, identify a real world company to that of Trax Europe. I'll give you two examples, right? You might have heard of John Deere, and then there is also Kubota, very similar to our company. So in the KYI, Know Your Industry, I'll show you, we have taken John Deere specifically and done an analysis how it is relevant to our case study, right? So visit their website, right? Visit their social media sites, right? Look at the blogs they are doing, right? Look at the content they are posting, right? These are very important aspects. Right? You go to their website, see how the company is operating, the social media sites, what sort of content they are pushing through, things like that, right? Very important, right? So that is where you get lots of, where you are able to immerse yourself in the industry. It will be very easy. It will be very easy for you to understand things when we are analyzing the pre-scene. So it has set up many subsidiaries and sell finished products, components, and sub-assemblies. Right, so Trax America and Trax Europe, this is where we are. Only subsidiaries that manufacture and sell tractors. So likewise, we give you a brief overview on the pre-scene through the KYP. So I'm just glancing through for you to get an understanding from our staff breakdown to our summary of operations, and most importantly, the product portfolio of Cracks Europe, right? Then what are the tractor models we offer? The three main tractor models I told you at the start. The basic one, the A plus power is sort of the mid-range one, and the premium model, right? Then we have our senior management team given a summary about them, right? So Tony Roberts, our MD, Jack Newman is our production director, Joe Steiner, our product development director. So we might have a sophisticated R&D arm, research and development arm, who is always looking at product developments. Then the S&D sales director, HR director, and then we have the finance director, whom your boss reports to. You report to the finance manager, he would report to the finance director, and the finally IT director. So our board, our senior management is, it covers almost all the key the key divisions, the key functions needed for an organization: IT, HR, finance, product development, sales, everything. So the key functions required for the success of a business all are covered in the senior management, right? So you see the detail as to how the staff reporting lines work, from sales to finance to production. And then we go to the company strategy. So likewise, you will have a flow of the entire pre-scene here through the KYP document, which we will be kicking off with our first session, right? To give you a glimpse on the KYI, right? To give you a glimpse on the KYI, to glance you through. So this is all about our know your industry. I told you, to be familiar with the case study, we need to look at as to how we the industry works. So for that, we get to know about the KYI, which is know your industry. The company information, same as what you saw in the KYP. Then we start off with the history of tractors, just for your reference, nothing to study here, just for you to get familiarized, get some jargon into your head, apply those things when you when you answer your mock papers and answer your final exam, right? So here you see the technological history, right? Just for your reference, right? And then the key facts of a tractor, right? What is the use of a tractor? What do we use tractors for? So out of that, we focus only on the agricultural aspect. Out of that, we focus on the only on the agricultural aspect, right? So how does the tractor work? Then from there, we look at the practical materials used, and then finally, you have some detailed analysis of Deere tractors. I told you John Deere, right? It's a very similar company to that of ours in the pre-scene. So therefore, we are looking at John Deere. So we, try to connect, right, our company to theirs. So you refer all their sites to social media sites to whatnot, get an understanding, get an idea, so that you can propose the same things at the exam to the examiner. And look here, we can do this, right? Why don't we approach a B2C sales channel? Yeah. So those are things which you can come up with. And then we've given you a competitive analysis, a pricing comparison, and a market analysis as well. What are the key trends, right? What are the challenges of the industry to whatnot? So it's a very comprehensive document. And finally, the future of the industry. Where are we really heading to, right? Where are we really heading to all of that? So that is a glimpse of the KYI. So now you may have seen our pre-scene, which is Tracks Europe, right? Which is Tracks Europe. And then we start off with our role as a finance officer. So you can see here we discussed in the KYP, we are a finance officer. So there you need to know your F1, E1, P1, everything comprehensively given the role you have. Management accounting, providing information, right? Prepare financial statements, answer queries regarding financial reporting and other matters. So for you to perform your role in the best capacity, you've got to know these things. You've got to know these things. That is where your refractory comes into play, the most important document, right? We'll just discuss one or two paras, right, to give you some context onto the company further, based on in addition to what we learned in the KYP. So we manufacture and sell. So I told you we have end-to-end control, end-to-end control of the value chain. We call this the value chain from sale, sorry, yeah, from manufacture to sales. So we don't have any third-party interventions. We do the developments, we manufacture, we sell. We sell it to the dealers through a B2B channel. So our focus is on agricultural purposes. From here, you need to look at, okay, what are the other new product developments? Can we focus on other segments? Remember in the KYI, you saw the users of a tractor. It's not only agriculture. We saw many listed points. So are those relevant markets? If it's the landscaping market, is it large enough? Does it give a substantial amount of revenue if we venture into that market? Examiner could ask, we are only doing agricultural purposes tractors. Why not we make a change, enter into the other segment of it? So our focus is currently on agricultural tractors, right? So then we need to look at, okay, how, if we are to look at other options, are they viable enough? Is the market size enough? Things like that. Wholly owned subsidiary of Agri, I told you this is a parent company based in America, a leading global manufacturer. So we are a global brand, or we are part of a global brand. We are a fully owned subsidiary. So now our parent company produces not only tractors, combine harvesters, trailers, and plows, right? Used in your, when it comes to harvesting. So it's founded in 1860. So we are a 160 plus years old company. What company? Our parent company. When did they launch their first engine powered tractor? 1920, almost 103 years ago, right? So you need to remember, Agri, our parent company, is 160 plus years old. How old is Trax Europe? We have been set up in 1960. Again, we are 60 plus years old, exactly 100 years after the parent company was incorporated. So Agri has numerous subsidiaries, manufacture and sell finished products. Our products all in the line of tractors to harvesters to trailers to plowing machines to farming implements, right? Only two subsidiaries which manufacture and sell tractors: Europe, which is our country, our organization, and America. So we serve what market? European sales market. So you need to know the market size. You need to know our market share in the European sales market. You need to know who are the other competitors operating. What is their unique point of differentiation? Do a gap analysis. Where does John Deere stand? Where does Trax Europe stand? What should Trax Europe do to reach that John Deere level, to reach that Kubota level? Right? I gave you two real world examples, John Deere and Kubota. Right? So that is the requirement. That is the need. Examiner will be curious to know from you. Right? How are we going to further capitalize our sales market in Europe? If we have a 20% market share now, how can I grow that to 30% over the course of the next 3 to 5 years, next into the medium term? Right? How can I elevate my brand from its current position to be the number one in the market, to be the leading tractor brand in the European sales market? Yeah. So those things we will discuss as we go along, right? So the American one serves other parts of the world too, but we focus only on the European market. So you need to know the European market sizes, the market share, the competitors to whatnot. So we don't sell directly to end users. I showed you the graph, right? We are a B2B channel. Right? We don't sell to B2C. Who then sell it to the end user. Sales teams which develop and maintain relationships with a large network of dealers. So we have a large network of dealers across Europe. are sell for agricultural use. So I told you we focus only on agricultural use. What is our next product development? Right? What is our next product development is what we need to look at. Right? Where can we phase into? Where can we enter into? Right? Then these are manufactured at the company's production facility located in the west of Thailand, largely an assembly process starting with the engines to all of that. So you have the detailed manufacturing process as well, just for you to get an understanding on the process. So Truck Zero manufactured and sold 31,000 tractors, right? Which is a huge quantity. Revenue is 290 million, 2,990 million, gross margin 25.9, but there has come down to a single digit of operating margin. This is a little bit of a concern for me. Why did that happen? Our top line is good, GP is good, operating profit is down to a single digit. From 25% 26, almost 26% GP to 8% operating profit. What is causing that? How can we stretch further to make sure at least our operating margin is 50% of our GP margin? Our costs, admin, distribution, financing, other expenses. Those are the items which lie, right, between your GP and your profits, right? We have almost 4,000 plus employees. That is huge. You saw the breakdown in the KYP. Most of them work for our production. Majority of them, over 80%. Right? So that's a quick nutshell or a glance through the pre-scene. So we'll be going through like this page by page, looking at what are the possible issues, what questions could the examiner come up on the exam day, and things like that. Right? So we need to carefully analyze the pre-scene simultaneously with the KYP and the deep dive, so that you are ready to answer mocks. Start answering mocks from the third week onwards. So from the first week, immediately, we'll be having the refresh theory sessions for you, so that you are refreshing yourselves, you're familiar with the theory, for you to answer the mock papers as well. Right? So we have a detailed mock schedule and a class schedule, right? And you need to stick to especially the mock schedule, so that we don't run short of time, we don't pile up things closer to the exam. So these 6 weeks, we are going to make use of it productively and make sure you're going to pass. So that's the assurance I can give you, given the fact that you give your dedication and commitment, right? So let's clap with both of our hands so that you pass with confidence. So therefore, join with Nanaska. So you can always reach out to me via, I'll give you my contact number here over WhatsApp. Yeah. So do reach out if there are any concerns, clarifications, or concerns you need to talk about. Always willing to help you guys out. So we are hoping to see you soon in class. So hope you got something out of today's session, where we discuss from the course, right, to how it is structured, to giving you a glimpse of the KYP, KYI, and then discussing the pre-scene through to all of it, right? So having listened to all of it, thank you very much for taking part in it and considering Nanaska as your tuition partner. So drop an mail to info@nanaska.com for registrations, and I'll see you soon in class. Let's start cracking the OCS case study, Track Zero. Thank you very much.